Alright, so this is going to be part one of my budget Fbody Camaro build. Now, this right here is the 5.3 I picked up. It looks disgusting and terrible because there's a bunch of junk still on it. Please excuse the mess, but yeah, so I just got the motor from over there, spilled everywhere, and finally took off the harness, which I'll show you. I have accessories, the harness, all came with it. I figured I'd try to keep those because eventually I would like to make like a running stand, because I don't really like the idea of not knowing if the engine's gonna run like until it's in the car. So kind of annoying because that literally just happened to me with this engine here. It's sitting under here. That way it's out of the way, but I just pulled this one out. It did not make any oil pressure. So, and I did go through the oil pump. It was a used oil pump. But I went through the motor. I checked bearings, checked everything. And for some reason, it would not make any oil pressure. You can see I got the fitting on there for priming. I tried to prime it and I couldn't get any oil to the top. The engine probably ran for like 2 or 3 minutes total, maybe even longer, because I was hoping it would eventually prime itself, but I could not get it to prime. And so I think there's probably a blockage somewhere in the oil galleys, but yeah, so that one's down there. It has a lot of clean parts on it that I can use on this other engine. So just wanted to go over my plans here. So the plan is, which I did just record another video that I'm gonna post too, just an introduction talking about this, but my plan right now is just to do a cam and an oil pump, and it needs to have the Fbody oil pan on it, and I think that's it. I'm gonna put my valve covers on it. All of I have a front and rear plate that are both clean, so those will just be bolted onto here just because they have new seals in them. So not completely like sloppy mechanic style. It's not like I'm just throwing it in, but I have the parts there and I already have it out of the car, so why not? So I'm going to get the water pump off, and like it had all kinds of stuff on it. The AC is still on it, and then this reservoir. So I'm just gonna get the stuff off the front real quick because I know it's gonna make a mess. There's still coolant somewhat in there, so I'm gonna do that off camera. Once I get all that out of the way and we just have the engine, I will start recording and we'll see what I find in this thing. All right, so I got the front accessories off. I took the water pump off, took off AC and the AC brackets, and I also took off the motor mounts. So those are pretty simple, pretty easy. So you can get a better look at this thing. It is pretty oily, pretty crusty. You can see. So we're gonna try to ignore all of that. I'll have to take these gaskets off. I'm going to, I don't know if I'll take these wires off. As you can see, there's a bunch of them broken. Well, that one's not, but you can see this one's broken. So these coil packs are probably just gonna go in the trash. I don't need them. I have some that came with my car. The wires too, I'll get rid of. I have like new ones that came with the car as well. So I think what I'll do is I'll start on the exhaust manifolds, which there's already a couple broken. You can see there, which is pretty normal. I'll try to get the one that's protruding out, but we'll see. I'll have to probably use a drill bit to extract the other one, but that'll be for later. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to get the exhaust manifolds off, and then I'll update you when that goes horribly wrong. So, all right, so I got one side off miraculously, not one broken bolt. So You can see in the ports, exhaust ports, they actually you can't, but I can. They look pretty good, so good enough for me. So it seems my luck ran out. So this is the first bolt on this side, and you can see, I mean, it's way crustier on this side, so unfortunately I feel like this is gonna happen a lot. So okay, so got the other exhaust manifold off. I broke the first one, like I said. This one was already broke, that one's already broke. So I used heat on these two, or these three, and it helped a lot. Now, as you can see, the dipstick is still in and it is damaged. So in order to get the exhaust manifold off, there's like a tab here that bolts here. I just had to like rip it apart to get it off. I can't get the dipstick out, and I don't really want to break it off right here because I think it might be hard to get it out then. If I recall correctly, I think you can, I don't know, but maybe you can pound it out from the inside. We'll see when we take the pan off if I can just hit it out from the inside. If not, then I'll just try to do like a safer technique. That way I don't get screwed with this, because if I break it off in there and I can't get it out, I mean, I won't have a dipstick. So the next thing, I think I'll take off these ignition coils, and then I'll take off the valve covers. I think I'm gonna try to leave this on here. I know this looks terrible, it's super grimy and nasty, but I think I'm gonna leave it like that because this engine's gonna be used temporarily. So I'm just gonna get the car running with it and make sure everything works. This car's never even ran. Well, it ran, but I never drove it. I don't know if the trans works. I don't know anything else. So I'm going to take these off, and I'll take the valve covers off. Once I get it all unbolted, I'll start recording so we can get the big reveal on what the inside of this looks like. I did take the dipstick out of the tube, and you can see that it actually looks pretty good. So that's promising, but you know, clean oil right now doesn't mean that it's always had clean oil in it. So yeah, I'll get to work. All right, big reveal here. Let's pop these off. Bend this out of the way a little bit. All right, let's see. I think regardless, we're going to run it, but let's see how bad it is. Oh, wow. I think I got lucky. I'm not going to lie. That looks pretty good. A little bit of sludge and particles in there, but that's actually way better than I was expecting. A lot of stuff falling off of it. That doesn't look awesome, but I mean, this looks great. So let's pop off the other one real quick. And put these down here. Not gonna use those anyways. Try not to get a bunch of stuff down in there. Look at that. It looks beautiful. I like it. I don't like that, but it's actually surprising the difference between, obviously this side, things are a little bit more seasoned than that side, but I do think that's because of the way the PCV works on the stock vehicle. But yeah, at least inside the head looks beautiful. So I'm probably going to let me think here. I'll probably take the rockers off. I'm not going to clean the rockers because I think they look really good. I'll look at the push rods. If they're dirty, I'll put them in my ultrasonic cleaner. But if they look good, I'll probably just leave them. But I'll have to take the push rods out, or at least take the rockers off, in order to push the lifters up for the cam. And then also I'm going to do the springs. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I have 550 lift springs that came with my camshaft, so it's better than nothing. So I'm going to do that with the head on. I'm going to put air pressure into the cylinder and try to hold the valves up that way, and pop the springs off, throw the new ones on, and go from there. So yeah, actually, you know what I'll do? I'll take off the balancer and I'll take off the front cover so we can get a look at that, and then I'll probably end it for the night. All right, guys, so I lied. I'm actually gonna end it here, and the reason why is that it is like probably 3 in the morning or so, and I don't want to wake my neighbors up with an impact. And pretty much every single one of these I have to use a bullet torch and use the impact on. So I'm not going to be able to take that off right now. I'll probably work on it tomorrow. And honestly, we could probably button up this engine tomorrow, but I'm not in a super big rush because it is snowing outside, and so the car is not going to leave the garage. But the sooner I run this engine and know that it's running, the sooner I can start piecing together the turbo kit and worry about other stuff that's not the engine. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to run to Summit Racing. I'm going to grab an oil pump. I'm probably going to grab a new oil diverter for the back because I'm going to take the rear plate off. I'm going to swap it with the rear plate and front cover from the other engine just because they're clean and they have new gaskets on them. What else am I missing? Timing chain will be from the other engine, which is also not new, but I already cleaned it with the, let's see here. It's in pretty good shape. I already cleaned it with the ultrasonic cleaner, so unless this one looks really good, I mean, I could just throw this one in the ultrasonic cleaner, but I assume that one probably has less miles on it. What else? Oil pan. The pickup is going to come from the other engine as well. That pickup's brand new. And I think that's it. So, yeah. Also, I'm going to do valve stem seals, which I'll obviously record all that and I'll show how that's done. Especially with the heads on. Maybe a lot of people haven't seen that. And the other thing I'm going to do, which I don't have to do it right now while it's out of the car, but this oil level sensor, I'm probably going to remove it and put a 10AN fitting in there. That way, I'll put a 10AN fitting, and then I'll put a cap, a flared cap for the AN fitting, because I'm not going to use that sensor, I don't think. And I will use it eventually for the oil drain on the turbo. So I'm still trying to decide whether I'm going to do an eBay kit or if I'm going to do a On3 Performance kit. On3 Performance kit would obviously be way easier, but I have a lot of time on my hands. Since it's winter, I don't have to rush to get this car done. And yeah, it might be more fun to do it that way. Like, I could get a hot side kit off of eBay. It'll be cheaper, and then I could just piece together the turbo and then do the cold side myself. So I think that's it for now. So yeah, I'll try to make part 2 tomorrow. We'll see what happens here.